I guess I'll hold my microphone like this. I'm holding my microphone like I'm caressing a sweet, sweet baby. Just so it doesn't go crazy, I guess. Because apparently if I hold it too close, it starts losing its mind. Hello. FNAF. FNAF is a big ass game. I remember watching I remember watching Markiplier get drunk while playing Five Nights at Fuckboys in 2016 I think it was, or 2015. That was fucking amazing. So good. And then I remember watching MatPat streaming. I think it was, yeah, fucking Pizzeria Simulator. FNAF 6, I guess we can call it, on that stupid fucking robot, which you'd give it a coin and he would tell you a fun fact. And he never got any good fun facts. Like, he never got any lore tidbits that Scott Cawthon had hidden in the game. So it's undeniable that, at least for me and definitely for a lot of other people, FNAF meant a lot emotionally and also community-wise. Because when you were part of FNAF, you also were part of a larger community that was actively involved in making the game better. It was a fan community, a fandom, if you will. This meant fan-made content like Joy of Creation. This meant people theorizing like MatPat and so many others on Reddit and on specific sites. But I'll readily admit, like so many other people that are part of the community, that I haven't read the books, I have not played the games. The only game I tried playing was Pizzeria Simulator, because I really liked the daytime activities you could do. I've never played the other games, not on PC, not on my phone. However, as many other people that have not played the game, I still consider myself to be an active member of the community because I participate in theories, I talked with other people about the theories, and I remain engaged in what other people make, even if I personally don't like the kind of gameplay that FNAF does. To that extent, FNAF is a game, but it's not entirely seen as a game. Like, most people that do play it care a lot more about the narrative and about the puzzle pieces scattered all across the games, all across the mini games, all across the whatever have you, the books, the comics, whatever, that make up the story. Because the story, whatever it is, if it's the missing children incidents, if it's the crying child of FNAF 4 and everything else, if it's Michael Afton being absolutely everywhere at all times, somehow just being there, or my favorite purple guy, Mr. Afton, just dying so many fucking times and still being brought back alive. These things are not part of the gameplay. Because all of them happen either in cutscenes or in things that you never get to see, or in general just outside of the gameplay loop. Because in the normal gameplay, all you have to do is survive. In the normal gameplay of FNAF 1, 2, 3, you're just watching out for the animatronics trying to survive. You don't care about why they want to kill you. What you do know is they do want to kill you. So even if they are just possessed creatures spurred on by children's souls, like a generic theory, or they're used by William Afton or what have you, they are infused with remnant and they're coming after you because they recognize you or whatever, or just because, like FNAF 1 says, they are just set to a certain system in their little AI brains to go around, and if they see adults at night, to try and stuff them into suits or whatever it says. It doesn't matter for the gameplay. The gameplay is supposed to be scary. It is a horror game after all. So you just have to survive these animatronics trying to gather at your door and fuck you up. Really interesting. Really cool. What I'm interested in, what I'm actually fascinated by, is the way Scott Cawthon, when he had full creative control of his games, and don't get me wrong, all of the games he has full creative control because it is licensed, financed, and otherwise managed by himself because he owns the IP. But I want to talk about the games that ended with Ultimate Custom Night, all of those that were produced exclusively by him. So here I'm referencing FNAF 1, 2, 3, 4, Sister Location, Pizzeria Simulator, and Ultimate Custom Night. While I do like whatever's going on in Help Wanted, I think it's a great game. I have not played it, but I still think it's a great game. I'm not interested in the whole glitch trap thing that's going on. Because it's no longer Scott Cawthon. What I'm interested is analyzing how Scott Cawthon's vision influenced the generation. And when I'm talking about the generation, I'm not just talking about my generation. I'm talking about people right now that are teens or preteens that are learning about FNAF, that are theorizing about FNAF, and that are contributing actively to the way that FNAF is creating merchandise, selling it in a capitalist market. So you have a lot of FNAF books, you have a lot of FNAF toys, and other paraphernalia that you can find in bookstores and libraries and whatever, and what have you. I'm interested in how the game portrays those characters and what that means for the toys, for the dolls, for whatever else. Okay, hear me out, because this is gonna sound pretty wild, but I think FNAF is patriarchal. What I mean by this is that all of the female characters that appear in FNAF, and once again, I'm referencing FNAF as in the Scott Cawthon FNAF, all the characters that appear in FNAF up until Ultimate Custom Night are very, very patriarchal. What I mean by that? Think of male characters. Let's just say William Afton, Michael Afton, Freddy, Bonnie, Foxy, whatever. All of them are pretty different from one another. All of them have diverse roles. Some of them are antagonists, some of them are protagonists, like Michael Afton. Some of them are just there. They exist, whatever. However, the female characters of FNAF are oftentimes sexualized, objectified, or worse, they are attributed gender roles that are very, very stereotypical, like life giver or caretaker. And this just fucks over FNAF. Like, it fucks it over so badly, because the issue with this is that this also melts into the gameplay. Unlike the narrative, which is oftentimes completely alien from the gameplay, the fact that FNAF is deeply patriarchal also bleeds into the gameplay, with the way that the female characters oftentimes either don't really make any sense or have a very, very limited way of interaction with the player. Like, for example, in FNAF 1, guess where you can find the only female character? Chica. It's in the fucking kitchen, man! It's in the fucking kitchen! That's fucked up! But whatever, at least Chica wasn't sexualized in the first FNAF. But fast forward like a few months when FNAF 2 is released, and guess who is the fucking hottest animatronic all of a sudden? Fucking Chica! Why the fuck do I want a metal hunk that's like double the size of a child to be highly sexual, if not to sell some highly sexual dolls that then, of course, meld into the same hierarchical structures? Chica is incredibly sexualized in her Toy Chica version. This basically means that Chica is our first prototype for what a woman means in FNAF, and in the toy lines, in the merchandise, in the stories, and whatever. We're going to touch on the two key women in FNAF a bit later, but for now I want to get rid of other characters that are not that important, in the sense that they are not exactly main characters in the story, but nonetheless are incredibly sexualized or stereotypized with gender roles to the point of not even being relevant or useful or fun or whatever. So Mangle. If you don't want to objectify a fucking female, there you go. The Mangle. It is a literal object. But I'm gonna hear a lot of you saying, but hey, Mr. G man, but Mangle is not a she. It is a he, she, they, them. Well, I agree. However, Mangle is portrayed using pink. As we know from feminist theory, pink and blue, especially in doll colors, and especially in mascots, which, guess what, FNAF is full of. Pink is oftentimes referred to and associated with the feminine, while blue is associated with the masculine. Of course, Mr. Freddy himself, he is brown like a bear. However, in FNAF 1, you have Bonnie coming from your left, Chica coming from your right. Bonnie is blue. Bonnie is a boy. He's a rock star. He's a boy. On the right, from the kitchen, comes the woman. The woman who is holding a pink cupcake and who is yellow. That's just boy coming from here, girl coming from here. Foxy is just the lonely stoner that sits in his little cove masturbating and then runs towards you. And I'm not even gonna touch on Golden Freddy because I don't fucking care. Just recently heard a theory with the two souls theory that actually in Golden Freddy there are two souls. Fuck that shit. I do not care. Do not feed me with that two souls bullshit. There cannot be two souls. Also, great. So we've covered this. If we do subscribe to the theory that Mangle is Funtime Foxy, actually, then Funtime Foxy is just like Mangle, a amalgam of female and male. But again, since she is pink, and since she is part of Sister Location, where there's already two girly girls in the game, I don't think it would be that much of a stretch to say that fucking Funtime Foxy is also at least feminine presenting. That's fucked up, man. Why is she hot? It's a fucking animatronic that can kill you. Fucking animatronics that can kill you are not supposed to be hot. What the fuck is wrong with you? They're supposed to be scary. Have you seen FNAF 4 Nightmare animatronics? Those shits keep me up at night. I can't sleep at night because I'm thinking of fucking Fredbear coming into my room, fucking smashing up my fucking doorway because he's like 3 meters tall. And then there's fucking Funtime Foxy who's got that like slutty little waist. What the fuck are we doing, man? Great. And now that we are at now that we're at Sister Location, which by its name is supposed to be the girly girl version of FNAF. And then we go to Ballora, which is a ballerina, a sport oftentimes, if not always, associated with the female. What does Ballora do? Nothing. She dies. One thing I forgot to mention, but it just occurred to me. Ballora literally has fucking children. Like, how more stereotypical can you get? She literally has children. That's it. Also, in the only game about women specifically, Sister Location, you also have babies because women make baby, obviously. Or we can argue that she's being sly, deceptive, crazy, because that leads us great into the second stereotype of females in FNAF. The crazy bitch. In FNAF, we have a lot of crazy bitches. Yes, we have the Mr. Afton, the serial killer, the British serial killer. Of course, we have him, but he is cold, he is calculated, he is smart. He doesn't get caught, or does he? Checkmate, he is everywhere, he never dies. Also, we have Michael Afton, the protagonist, that he survives. He always survives because he's just that guy. Then we have the crazy woman of Sister Location, the fucking sister of Michael Afton, Elizabeth Afton, who is now Circus Baby, who then becomes Molten Freddy, who then whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. This video is not about theories. This video is just about analyzing the fucking crazy gender stereotypes that are associated with the feminine in FNAF. So, Circus Baby. Circus Baby is a fucking 7 foot tall, or whatever the fuck it was in those fucking diagrams, 7 foot tall creature that looks like a girl, but she is also a little mischievous. Because she, for the first time in FNAF history, you have a phone guy or whatever, you have a guiding narrator, whatever, who is not a male. Even fucking Hand Unit is voiced by a male actor, so fuck off. And you have a female guide. The female guide is manipulative, it appears emotional, emotion driven, and ultimately betrays you. And that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. That is so feminine in the stereotypical way that it sucks the soul out of anything that baby is. Also, baby dies because, like, the child, Elizabeth, she gets killed. That sucks. I don't know where I'm going with this, but now we circle back and we think, okay, sister location, we have mini games, right? We have a mini game where we play as baby herself, which unlocks the secret ending with Ennard. What do you have to do in that ending? Think for a moment. Pause this video. Think. Yeah, you have to take care of children. You have to accomplish your goal of being a woman by feeding children. Keep in mind, baby, as the name implies, and as the fucking soul of a human being inside her implies, she's supposed to be a preteen or a teenage girl. She's supposed to be a child. So if you're playing around with things like Life Giver, which baby is, because at the end when you fucking die, you're playing as Michael Afton, you die. What does your sister tell you? Your sister tells you, I'll bring you back to life because I love you so much, because I'm a life giver. Why is she a life giver? Why couldn't it be fucking, I don't fucking know, William Afton or some random guy who says, I will put you back together? Because trust me, fucking Fredbear says it, fucking the Fredbear plushie says it. Why couldn't it be you know what? I know why it couldn't be the Fredbear plush specifically, but I so wish that the only female character that actually has a say in anything in Sister Location, her whole purpose isn't just resumed to helping Ennard and also telling Michael, her brother, oh, I'm so sorry you died. I'm gonna bring you back because I give life and I give food. I give out food because I'm a dumb woman and all I know what to do is to make food and take care of people. Which brings me into the worst offender of this. The puppet, the marionette, whatever you want to call her. This beautiful creature houses the soul of Charlotte Emily, the only daughter of Henry Emily, FNAF's co-creator, FNAF, Freddy Fazbear Entertainment's co-creator, along with William Afton. Great. Of course it was two men who made this business. God forbid a woman becomes a girl boss in this industry. Okay, sure, whatever. Puppet is a caregiver. Its whole purpose, even though it's a security puppet in Pizzeria Simulator, its whole purpose in FNAF 2's minigames, in the Happiest Day minigame, in anything else, is to take care of children. It's to take care and protect children. Again, reminder, this is the soul of a child, of a female child we are talking about. It's not the soul of like a grown woman or like a fucking mom, like some sort of parent who could have died because she witnessed the fucking William Afton murder. No. This is the soul of a little child who coincidentally is a female. Therefore, we have to assign her gender role because God forbid women do anything except take care, be sexy, and make food. That's not good. That's not good at all. And honestly, I think that's the worst of the worst. Because, okay, sure, we can get away with Toy Chica being sexy as fuck or just curvy. We can get away with Funtime Foxy being the mangle, like nondescript. We can even get away with Baby just like feeding people and then being a crazy bitch. But having a literal child be a fucking caregiver, and that's her whole purpose. Like, she only rests. Her mask only disappears when she takes care of all of the other children. What is she, their fucking mother? That's fucked up, man. She shouldn't be doing that. It's simple as that. She should not be doing that. Okay, and now we go back to the audience of FNAF. The audience of FNAF is primarily made up of preteens, teens, and young adults. These people, just like me, oftentimes are very easily, or not even very easily. Man, if, like, it's not even about being influenced, but if everything you consume has binary gender roles, then you automatically get convinced about these things. Like when you play FNAF, or when you watch FNAF, or you watch your favorite YouTuber playing your favorite game for a really long fucking time, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever, you are more likely to think in those binary terms, because in your free time you consume those binary terms. In the outside world, you also consume those binary terms, because that's the patriarchal society we live in. So you have a 90% chance of thinking in binary terms when it comes to gender. That boys are supposed to wear blue, girls are supposed to wear pink, boys should become a rock star, women should stay in the kitchen, I guess. I don't fucking know. Or if they don't stay in the kitchen, if they try to get out of their metaphorical kitchen, they are crazy maniacal bitches that are in fact not even controlled by themselves. They are controlled by the mysterious they-them entity that wants to consume everything and kill all of us. That's fucked up. That's fucked up because these games, FNAF and mascot horror games in general, produce mascots that are easily recognizable, and oftentimes the male equivalents or the male parts of these franchises are not as easily defined by their hypermasculine traits. Not every male FNAF character is muscular or hot or somehow supposed to be like a successful guy or a creepy guy or whatever. Most of them are not even defined by their masculinity. Foxy is more so defined by the fact that he's a pirate, not by the fact that he's a guy. Yet every female animatronic in FNAF, every female mascot, is defined by its feminine characteristics, or its feminine pathology, if you will, which makes it very stereotypical, then very non-nuanced, and in the end leads to more harm than good. Yeah, that's the video. I guess I could say more, but do you want me to? That's the video, man. Yep. Fuck you, FNAF, and fuck all those theories. No.